Is your goal at the moment to cut body fat and lose some weight? If so, are you losing fat consistently and achieving this goal? That's great. However, are your workouts feeling longer, exhausting, and overall more tiring? As the days go on, it seems to become painful and more painful to hang on to those gains you've worked so hard for. Okay, please stop. Stop. I said stop! Turn that frown upside down. Mean it! Good boy. Now, fear no longer, as in today's video, I'm going to cover the 5 best ways to maintain muscle during a cutting phase.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, shut up.
Oh. Okay, so before we get into this video with these 5 tips I'm going to mention, one is not like, none of them are in any particular order, but all 5 are extremely important, alright? If you only do 4, you're going to struggle. If you only do 3 and miss out on 2, any 2, I hate to say this mate, but you're going to have to say bye-bye to some of your hard-earned gains. So enough of that, let's get straight into it. Number 1 is going to be, of course, more of the obvious tip is going to be you have to ensure you're in a moderate deficit. So a moderate deficit being maybe 500 to even 800 calorie deficit. So you want to only lose about a pound to a pound and a half per week. And the reason this is because the deeper of a calorie deficit you're in, the more of a catabolic environment you are creating for yourself. And the more of a catabolic environment you're in, the harder it's going to be to actually retain your muscle, because you're going to have less energy to expend into your exercises. So if you're trying to cut body fat for a shorter amount of time, then maybe go for a deeper deficit. But at the end of the day, you want to make sure you're actually losing weight slowly. So 1 to 1.5, maybe 2 pounds. But 2 pounds only really if you're cutting for a short amount of time, like I said. Just make sure you're losing weight nice and easy, so it becomes easier to retain your strength. Number 2, of course, protein. Make sure you're having a sufficient amount of protein. Because yes, protein is needed for muscle growth and repair. And as we all know, we really don't need that much of it. But with when you're in a calorie deficit, of course, in order for your body to actually maintain survival, your body goes to your energy stores as energy. So first of all being your glycogen, glucose stores, then fat stores, that's how the fat burning starts, and then potentially protein. And if your body goes to your protein stores as energy, that is really going to increase the likelihood of losing maybe even a slight peak in your bicep, which we don't want, do we? And so of course the standard recommendation for a drug-free natural athlete is 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. But when you're cutting, maybe you want to look at the higher side, so maybe 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, just to ensure, just to be on the safe side, that you have enough protein in your body. You'd rather be safe than sorry. So for me, for example, woke up this morning at 149 pounds, so bang, around 149 grams of protein per day for me. The third one is going to be whether, well, this is important whether you are bulking or cutting, but make sure you are eating right. Now I'm going to relate this to a house, alright? And the house is your body. The house is you, basically. And the cement within the bricks, the foundation, is going to be your nutrition, because remember, the nutrition is the foundation of your body. And so if you think about it logically, let's say we have really strong, high quality cement, okay? This is going to be your healthy foods, okay? Your lean meats, complex carbs, healthy fats, good micronutrients, right? If your calorie intake comes from as much of these as possible, your cement is going to be stronger, so your foundation therefore will be stronger, and so with your workouts it's going to be much easier to retain your strength. But then on the other hand, if we fill our body with absolute crap, low quality garbage, the house is going to become pretty unstable, and if it becomes unstable and we don't fix it, it's going to fall over and crash, and so will your gains. So really, yes, if you eat right, you'll feel right. So if you want to feel right and retain your strength, eat good, mate. Numero cuatro. Prioritize strength training. Now for me, this wasn't really an issue because I prioritize strength in my training anyway, as that's my main goal. But whether you want to build muscle more than you want to gain strength, when you're cutting, no matter who you are, it is essential you prioritize strength training. Because really, muscle is a byproduct of strength. If you can retain strength, you will retain muscle, whereas you can't really retain muscle and then lose strength, if that makes sense. But really, the more you can retain your strength, the easier it will be to retain your muscle. That's what I was trying to say. How simple is that? And of course, yes, in order to gain optimal results, you do want to combine both strength and hypertrophy training, but in a calorie deficit, you really want to be focusing on your strength. Because if you can retain your strength, you retain your muscle, and so you retain your gains. Simple. Now last but not least, which is a very important, actually all of them are important, but maintain or reduce the intensity of your workouts. Because remember, if you are giving your body an inefficient amount of calories, so creating that calorie deficit, workouts, exercise in general is going to be more taxing on your body, and more specifically your central nervous system. And of course, when we're trying to gain strength and gain muscle in a calorie surplus, we want to increase the intensity in order to apply progressive overload. But when you are cutting, you want to make sure you are pretty much remaining the same. Because trust me, I've been there myself. You may go into a workout, make some progress in your first 2 exercises, but because you've expended all your energy into those exercises, the rest of the workout is going to be absolutely torture, mate. And so you may think you're winning at start, then as you get further into your workout, you may even descend in some exercises. So really, the harsh reality is that you're the real loser. So of course, as you should be doing, tracking your progress, instead of going into every workout trying to beat your previous self, you want to actually maintain what you did before in order to maintain your strength. And so your body is going to feel way less taxed, way less drained. And so this is really going to help you retain further strength in the long run. The goal is not to build muscle when you're trying to cut body fat. The goal is to retain strength. So if you can actually maintain the intensity of your workouts, you will retain your strength. How easy is that? Not really. And you know what? It will be even easier if you apply all 5 of these tips. Not 4, not 3. Please don't only do 2. My God. Make sure you're doing all 5. You are doing all 5 of these methods I have said in this video, and whether you are cutting for a couple weeks or a couple months, you will find retaining your hard-earned gains, your hard-earned muscle that you spent so long building in the past, you'll be able to hold on much, much easier. And so with that said, that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this helped. If this helped, let me know that this helped. If you like the video, of course, like the video, comment down below, share the video if you'd like, and of course, if you're not, subscribe to the channel if you are new. And as you subscribe, turn on the bell, ding ding ding, so you don't miss out a single upload. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 PM. Stay tuned for future content, and as always, I'll catch you all in the next video.